It's officially time. The Nintendo Direct for 2019 is going down on February 13th, 2019 at 5 p.m. Eastern Time or 2 p.m. Pacific Time. A lot of people have been speculating about the upcoming Nintendo Direct, and it has been officially announced. I am on the official Nintendo page. They have just tweeted it out, and it is about to go down. There's been a lot that led up to this moment, including privatized videos on the Nintendo channel yesterday showing Fire Emblem, and a lot of people kind of speculating that the 13th was going to be the number. There were some tweets going around last week and a few days ago that were indicating that February 13th was going to be the magic number, and those have come to fruition as the Nintendo Direct is officially going down tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. If you want to watch the Nintendo Direct, I should be streaming it live on twitch.tv/aDrive, which would be really cool. Now, I know most of you guys watch this video are here for Pokemon information, so we're going to talk primarily about Pokemon. However, this Nintendo Direct is likely to cover a lot of different things. It talks about the new details on Fire Emblem Three Houses, which is going to be a brand new game for the Fire Emblem series, and we're likely to get some information regarding Animal Crossing. I believe we're still waiting on a release date for that. There's some speculation around April, but we'll see what happens with that. So we'll probably get some information about Animal Crossing. And there's a handful of other titles that we're likely to get some information on, including Super Smash Bros. I would be very surprised if they didn't announce at least a possible DLC character in the future there. So a lot to look forward to in terms of Smash Bros. And Animal Crossing and all that stuff. But for me and a lot of you guys, the big question is surrounding the theory and the theme of Pokemon. Now, for those who don't know, Pokemon Day is actually coming up, and I'll show you guys this page here. This is the Pokemon website. February 27, 2018 was Pokemon Day. And next, in about 2 weeks, it's going to be Pokemon Day again on February 27th, which in the past, they've actually used Pokemon Day to announce a couple different things. This is around the time when they typically do announce Pokemon games. Sometimes it does take a little bit longer, April, May time. But because we're expecting a brand new generation, there should be a pretty big lead time leading up to that release, which will be fall 2019. So there's a good shot that we're going to get a lot of new information, and they're going to tease new Pokemon, kind of like they did with Sun and Moon, right? Like Sun and Moon's release period, or kind of like a launch period, was really long, and there was a lot of announcements. Like every few weeks it felt like we were getting a brand new Pokemon, which I really wasn't the biggest fan of. I would rather actually kind of jump into the experience not knowing that much, but they decided to kind of show a lot of the gameplay. We'll see what ends up happening with this, but we do know that Pokemon Day is coming very soon, and it's likely that there's going to be some sort of an announcement coming for Pokemon Day. Now, I do want to like just kind of set the tone and like make sure everyone's expectations are proper. This Nintendo Direct does not indicate that there's going to be a Pokemon announcement in the Direct. Historically, Pokemon has announced their information separately from Nintendo's Directs. So in the past, they'll do a Nintendo Direct, and then they'll have a Pokemon Direct separately. So in this case, I would imagine that's going to stay the same. Unless, because it's on the Nintendo Switch, they're going to kind of lump it all together. I have a feeling that it would be very strange if they didn't talk about Pokemon at all in this Direct. At the very least, I feel like they would say something to the effect of, hey, you know, this is Pokemon, Generation 8's coming, there's going to be a Pokemon Direct coming soon or on this date or whatever it is, and then that'll kind of set the stage for what to expect for Pokemon. Like I said, in the past, they've always done the Pokemon stuff separately, so that is very likely to change. It could change, I don't know, but just something to note. So don't go into this Direct on, you know, tomorrow expecting to get new Pokemon news, because that's not necessarily going to be the case. It may just be kind of a lead to the next information about Pokemon, but I feel really good, man. I feel really good. I feel pretty optimistic that in the next 2 weeks, we should get some concrete information regarding Generation 8, the next game on the Nintendo Switch, and hopefully much more. One other thing I wanted to mention regarding this Direct is I actually feel like there's a solid chance that they announce or at least show something regarding a new version of the Nintendo Switch. It's right around this time where console developers typically introduce newer versions of the consoles, and while Nintendo has switched up the Joy-Cons and done things like that, they really haven't done anything to change the console itself. So I'm a believer that they're going to introduce a more portable version of the Nintendo Switch. This is just based off of my own kind of knowledge and just guessing, really. I don't have anything to back this up. This is just kind of a guess, but I really wouldn't be surprised if they introduced kind of a lower cost version, more importantly lower cost, but also you know, a more portable version of the Nintendo Switch. And I know it's pretty portable now, and the cost is about $300, but if they removed the dock and kind of shrunk the screen a little bit and got that price point down to like the 180, 200 mark, then I think that they would actually sell a lot more consoles, and adding some more portability to it would actually be pretty useful, and just make people buy the dock separately or whatever. And then, you know, I think you're in a situation where like they can get the price down, and that's always going to be a goal, especially when they're trying to get more people to buy the consoles to play the game. So The last thing I wanted to mention here is talking about Pokemon, and this is a tweet from SarahB.net. SarahB update, Nintendo New York store, which I actually live pretty close to. There's a solid chance I actually try to stream one of these events. I have to call and make sure I can get permission to stream, but if they say no problems, then I might actually head to New York City and try to go to one of these events, the Q&A sessions, and stream. But they're doing a 5-day Q&A event for Pokemon Day, starting on the 27th, of course, where they're gonna have face painting, all sorts of stuff, a Q&A, a trade and play card activity, Pikachu and Eevee are gonna appear, and then on the 28th, and then the 1st, the 2nd, the 3rd. So 5 days of a Q&A session at the Nintendo Treehouse. Seems kind of strange for them to just throw this out there for Pokemon Day and then just be like, hey, we're just gonna do a Q&A session just out of the blue in Nintendo, like New York, why not? Like, we're totally not doing a Q&A regarding a brand new Pokemon game that may or may not have been announced that day or, you know, a few days prior. So, interesting stuff for sure. I really think that there's a good chance that over the next week or two that we get some really concrete information. At the very least, names of the game, maybe starters. But let me know in the comments section below what you're looking forward to and what you kind of expect out of this. As I mentioned, there's been a lot of rumors. I've actually kind of hesitated to cover them, but we're entering that stage now where we can start to kind of talk about them. I didn't want to jump too far in just yet, but there's been a lot of rumors swirling around the United Kingdom. A couple people like Duncan Knee Deep have made videos that he believes that his insider connections have kind of alluded to the fact that the game is going to be placed in the United Kingdom. I believe Duncan personally. I have talked to him, you know, off cam and things like that, and while he didn't really divulge any information that was outside of the video, I do believe that he wouldn't have put himself out there in that case to basically say like, hey, this is the region, I'm gonna put money on it, and I believe in it. Like, I trust in that, so I really feel like that's a really good opportunity and a really good shot that it's gonna be the United Kingdom. So that's pretty cool too. But just a lot to look forward to for this year for Generation 8. I'm really excited about it. And again, that Nintendo Direct is gonna be going down tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern time. You're welcome to join me on my Twitch live stream at twitch.tv/aDrive. I'll be watching it there. Otherwise, I'll put the link to this Nintendo Direct in the description below if you guys just want to watch it there. But I generally have a good time with our little watch parties. Thank you for watching this video. I'm excited to see what happens, man. We should get some really good information tomorrow. And man, let's get the hype train going, aDrive Army. Let's do it. I'll catch you guys there. Peace.